If you've ever felt fear, doubt, anxiety or insecurity about things in the future, then this tool I'm about to teach you may help you to dramatically reduce that fear, doubt, anxiety and insecurity, etc. So a lot of the times we have problems in life because we refuse to face our fears. We refuse to look at and stare down the unpleasant feelings that we can have in our life. And this can cause problems. This can cause things like drug addiction and alcoholism and all that kind of stuff, isn't it? Because we're trying to avoid the way we feel by using avoidance tactics. So how can we change that? How can we not avoid the things that we feel? How can we face the fears that we have, but come out of it on top? This technique is called the drop down and through, and it's going to teach you how to face your fears, how to look inside your unpleasant emotions so that you can neutralize them and eventually use those powerful resources that you find beneath them to make your future much less anxious. So here's what you need to do, and it's very, very simple. First step is I want you to think about something in the future that you're anxious about or fearful of. So think about that thing and really get in tune with that thing. Notice what you see, notice how you feel, notice what you hear when that event is in your mind, that future event. So really allow yourself to get into that. And as I say, get into that feeling. What do you feel? Is it anxiety? Is it fear? Is it panic? Is it worry? Is it doubt? Is it indecision? Is it overwhelm? Notice that feeling. Feel that feeling only for as long as you need to drop down and through that feeling. So imagine yourself dropping down and through that feeling and notice what you feel underneath it. Sit with that for a while. Sit with that feeling. Give it a label. What do you feel beneath that top layer feeling? What do you feel? Then what I want you to do is I want you to sit with that feeling only for as long as you need to drop down and through that feeling. So again, imagine in your mind's eye you're dropping down and through that feeling, and notice what you feel underneath that emotion. What sits beneath that? Feel that only for as long as you need to feel it in order for you to drop down and through again. Notice what you feel. Eventually you're going to get to a state, a feeling of something like calmness, of something like tranquility, of something like peace. This is your core emotional state. This is who you really are beneath all of that shit. So keep dropping down and through until you reach that level. When you've reached that level, I want you to fully absorb that feeling. Really get in touch with that feeling. Notice how it feels. If there's a color associated with that feeling of calmness, tranquility, peace, or etc., imagine you can breathe that color in through your nervous system and spread it through your entire body, through every nerve, cell, and fiber of your mind, brain, and body. When you've done that, I want you now, with that feeling, holding on to that feeling, I want you to think about that future event. Notice how you feel differently about it. You may need to practice this technique a few times to get used to it. Rewatch this video. It's very, very powerful. Essentially, you're feeling the negative feeling only for as long as you need to drop down and through it. Notice what sits beneath it. If it's anger at the top, you might drop down through to sadness. If it's sadness, you might then drop down through to, I don't know, worry. If it's worry, you might drop down through to serenity, for example. When you reach that place of peace, that feeling of calmness, that feeling of tranquility, know that that's what sits beneath all of the shit. Feeling that feeling now, think about that thing in the future, notice how you feel different.